Alrighty. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Creatorcast, Season 2, Episode 15. With us, we have Frankly Built. Hi.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you for coming on. We're kind of like a Spidey cosplay-centric podcast, so it's nice to kind of branch out.
No, I get that. My buddy Kenneth would probably love this too. He's a big Spidey cosplayer.
I'm trying to figure out where this thing is going to be, this podcast, because I don't want to just stick with Spidey cosplay the whole time.
Gotcha.
So I guess to kind of start us off, I want to talk about like your big thing is your Mark 85 suit.
There it is.
Dude.
Hiding right behind my head. You can kind of
It's such a good looking suit.
Thank you. I hate it.
You hate
It
it?
needs work. But, oh yeah, I think there's so many problems with it. That's why I'm actually in the process of starting to redo it after 4 years. Yeah, I hate it.
Wow. That's shocking to me.
Yep, it is. I hate wearing it. I hate looking at it. And it could be so much better. So I'm finally going to pull the trigger and just rebuild the whole thing, ground up. New files, new suit, new everything.
Hell yeah. Is there a particular reason why?
Because I made it 4.5 years ago and they didn't know what it was doing.
That's fair.
Yep. Had no idea what it was doing. Compromised, cut a lot of corners. Didn't have the insight I have 4 years later of the community, the way it's evolved, built, not just the way I've added stuff to the Iron Man cosplayer community and like advancements and just like, hey, this is an easier way to do this, right? Back and forth. I messed this up 9 times. Here's the 10th way to do it that actually worked. It wasn't just me, it was all the other Iron Man cosplayers. It was the fact that printing's gotten better. People are sharing more information. There's easier ways to do things. Now there's more coding, more electronics available. There's so much that's advanced in the past 4 years that it was such a quantum leap in terms of just being able to make these suits and all the information available to them now. Because not only have I been paying attention to how I do stuff, I've also been watching my friends do stuff. I've been seeing how they're making suits now and the cool stuff they're coming up with. So in terms of the construction of my suit, it's dated. There are so many better ways to do it now, fit it now, scale it, electronics, paints. I'm so excited. I'm not remaking it just because I'm not happy with this. I'm remaking it because I know how much better I can do it now, and I'm excited for that.
That's awesome. What was your kind of first like project along these things? Because I know that can be a big daunting thing to start out with.
The suit.
What?
The 85. The 85 was my first project. Yeah.
No. That's.
Yep. I got it in 3D. I bought my first 3D printer July of 2019, and I started the suit September-ish. I did like a helmet or two. I did the keyblade that's on the wall right there, just to kind of figure out how the printer worked, and then I started printing the suit.
Wow.
You dive in. You just dive into it and start printing and go where things go wrong. You mess something up, doesn't fit. And that's what started the whole YouTube channel. Was I was posting videos about me messing up. I was posting videos about things going wrong. And, I tried this, it didn't work. I tried this, it did work. And then people started asking other questions. So I made videos on those questions. And 5 years later, we're here.
Wow. That's like incredibly impressive.
That's a big contributor to why I don't like how the suit is, because there were so many mistakes I made back then because I just didn't know what I was doing. Scaled it wrong, sized it wrong, welded things improperly, so they break later, and it was compromise after compromise, just trying to get it done. And I've repaired it over the past couple of years and upgraded certain things and made it work, but it's to the point where the things and issues I have with it now, I'd have to reprint entire sections and refit so much. So it's like, well, I might as well just remake the whole suit because now I know I can make it better.
That's amazing. I love the idea of an Iron Man suit, just cosplaying an Iron Man suit. I've always said if like you could just get any cosplay or something, unlimited budget or anything, it would either be an Iron Man or an Iron Spider suit.
There you go.
Because both are insane.
Yeah. The Iron Spider's even a bigger bag of cats.
That's one I've been struggling and trying to find any sort of way to make it realistically work, and there is none.
You would need the shiniest screen printed, metallic looking Spider-Man suit, and then you would need to throw. Are you talking about the comic one or the movie one?
Comic one.
Okay, yeah. Honestly, that's even worse because it's all red with gold. It's gorgeous, but like, what do you do?
I started thinking, I'm like, I could 3D print the like certain pieces for like the armor and then just wrap them in fabric. But even that is like tricky business because of the fabric you'd have to use.
I know there's a lot of Power Rangers cosplayers who use it's a stretchy metallic fabric that actually looks like gold and silver. I know they use it for like the White Rangers shield armor and stuff, and it's actually pretty nice looking. I think if somebody did a whole Spider-Man suit in your Iron Spider in red and gold and that, it would actually look really convincing. You would just probably need to use like EVA foam underneath it, so like the Spider logo on the chest would actually move as you flexed and moved around. And I think there's gold. He has like gold on his arms and stuff too, gauntlets, if I'm not crazy. The comic Iron Spider is gorgeous. It really is.
I feel like I should know if there's more gold on the suit, but I don't. Because I know there's the back.
It's recognizable, but it's not so much. Yeah, because he has. God, it's such a nice suit.
Right?
Yeah, wow. Yeah, there's more gold, and it has the silver lines. Yeah, so there's gold gauntlets, gold anklets, the whole ab spider, and then it goes over the shoulders, and he has two red little shoulder pauldrons. Yikes. Good luck.
Thanks. And like, okay. Splitting off completely from that because I get sidetracked easily. You have your incredible Mark 39. It was 39, right? That's the... Okay.
39.
That's a freaking awesome suit.
I love it. I love the 39. It's so not an Iron Man suit. Like, I love that how just different it looks. The contrast between just a normal red Iron Man suit and then you have this white regal space suit. Love it.
It's so bold, but in a sleek way.
Yes, we can see that. I have
it.
plans for that too. I'm not remaking that whole suit, but I have plans to update it. So way more comfortable than the red suit.
Good. That thing is just so. It's so nice looking. I really can't think of anything else to describe it.
Thank you.
I do have some questions though. The whole like, is it heavy?
Not very. If I was to hold the whole Mark 39 in my hands and pile, maybe 30 pounds total.
Oh wow.
But like the legs just float on my shoes, so they're not being suspended by anything. The gloves are around my hands. The forearms are held up by the arms are held up by the shoulders, and then there's big padding in the shoulders. Like it's a big comfy. I would say comfy, but it's a big backpack. The abs are tight enough where they just hold themselves around my waist, and those hold up the crotch kind of butt cod piece area. And then the helmet's the helmet, and that sits my head. So all the weight's distributed pretty nicely. The shoulders do get a little uncomfy because I actually have two permanent scars on my collarbones from where the Mark 39's worn in after wearing it for hours and hours at a con, because it will turn red and then it'll get kind of like chafed. And after doing that so many cons, there's actually two little scars right here. It's left marks. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And then armor pinch. That's always a nightmare too, but you suffer for your art, I guess.
The slowly dwindling voice as you say that.
Yeah.
But like I would think like the big back piece would be heavy. I don't know. Is it hollow?
Right, it's fully hollow. Yeah.
Okay, that
There
changes
is a
things.
little bit of there. It definitely has a little more weight in the back, but when you're walking and posing, you're always also kind of leaning forward, and your hands are always up or forward. So you don't really notice it.
Gotcha. That's so cool. And have you thought about like finding a way to build a backpack into that pack piece?
I have. I actually have literally thought about cutting out the back and making a trap door. This way, I can like hide my phone and just gear in there. There's definitely enough room in there for. I could probably fit a change of clothes in there. It's just hollow.
I'm like, that would be such a cool thing, just like at a con to just be like, oh hey, by the way, just open it up.
I always thought it'd be cool to have a drone attached to the back. Like a drone pops off and like the cords or something. But,
Oh, that would be so cool.
yeah, it has the storage for it. But definitely like a little map, like a little DJI or something, DJI Air thing. Yeah.
Fire. But yeah, that's so cool. And I love the helmet because sorry, I love this suit. I think it's so cool.
I would like one day to redo the helmet so it doesn't have eye holes, where it's actually just the whole gold visor, like a space helmet. But it's a lot of work. It's a lot of R&D and testing. And I know Walsh doesn't want to work on that helmet anymore. The model, he's done with it.
But I love it because of, like you said, it's different from normal Iron Man suits. Because where it goes up, it's all gold. It doesn't have that red right after.
What I want to do, I've always toyed with doing this, because it'll also, people will like, oh, is that a Spartan suit? Is that like a Halo suit or something? Because without the helmet on, it kind of looks like it. But the chest has all those hexagons on it, but it just has the arc reactor. So I always thought about making a cover that's all hexagons that just hides the arc reactor. Because if I didn't have a helmet on and I didn't have Iron Man gloves like repulsors, if I just had the suit, no arc reactor, all hexagons, it just looks like a Mass Effect or a Halo suit in white. So I could do that, print some BS sci-fi rifle from Halo or Destiny and just walk around with that. Maybe put like glasses or an earpiece in, but it would just look like some sci-fi spacesuit.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, just like, what's that from? Be like, I don't know.
Just made it up.
I made it up. Yeah. Because if you get rid of the arc reactor, the helmet, and the gloves, you can't tell it's an Iron Man suit.
Not at all.
Just a suit. Just a white space suit.
And anybody who does know, like, that's
they're gonna be
dedicated
like, oh,
fans.
that's cool. You repurposed it. Like, yes, I did. Because there is no better feeling. I don't care what costume you've had. There is nothing cooler than the feeling of walking around in an Iron Man suit with no helmet on. Just the suit, you feel like such a badass tank. It is incredible. It is one of the best feelings at a con to go like helmetless shots, doing helmetless photo shoots or walking around. It's so fun.
That's awesome. Dude, that sounds like so much fun. I'm going to my first con this summer, so
Which one?
Denver Fan Expo.
That's a good one. That's a pretty good one, actually.
Have you been?
I haven't been to any of the fan expos. I want to, but in terms of how my friends all rank them and stuff, and they always have a good time. Fan expos they're a good like B plus tier con.
Awesome.
So they're definitely good for getting your feet wet and like, yeah, they're good cons.
Epic. Do you think I should make an Iron Man cosplay?
If you got the time and the dedication to it, yeah, why not?
Epic. What? Okay. So, kind of branching off from my immediate change of thought. I feel like you kind of developed on YouTube and kind of on Instagram. I feel like less so on Instagram though. From the Iron Man guy, like the Iron Man guy, to more the 3D printing guy.
I can see that. That's kind of where I wanted to go with it, honestly. Because being the Iron Man guy is cool, but that's not sustainable.
Yeah.
He's already kind of fading away. You know, I don't think wearing an Iron Man suit to a con will ever get old and people won't recognize it. Like, oh my God, it's a whole Iron Man. Like, it'll continue to be cool to do. But with Marvel, the MCU at least, not doing so great. Marvel's definitely losing its chokehold on the superhero genre, if not leading to the decline of the superhero genre. It was fun while it lasted, but we knew it wasn't going to last forever. They were going to start to get repetitive or too much to follow. We'll see how the DCEU does. Who knows? But things that aren't going to be going away are anime, video games, mangas. Star Wars is having a pretty good resurgence. So there'll always be waves of stuff. So it's more branching out from just a specific niche into maybe somebody who helps you make anything you want to make. Like, hey, I'm doing some One Piece stuff and Bleach stuff and Final Fantasy stuff and some Marvel stuff and some DC stuff and just some Halo stuff, you know. So being able to move around and access all corners of that definitely is going to be the evolution of everything, I feel. So
good. I can totally see that. That's like with this, I'm trying to not just focus on Spidey cosplayers. I want to branch out into other cosplays and even outside of cosplay.
Yeah, there you go.
I want to create the Creatorcast as just something that everyone can enjoy.
Good.
I say now with 32 episodes? I'm honestly not sure. That is not close at all. Sorry, 28. And 100 subscribers, and I'm gonna start branching out and making sure people like it. I don't know. I got a lot of plans, dude.
Me too.
We'll see how realistic they all are. All right. I want to ask a little bit more cosplay questions. How are there any like other Iron Man suits you'd want to do? Because you've already done these two, like, incredible ones.
Honestly, no. If I had to pick a third one, it would be the Mark 46, but I wouldn't do it. I like it a lot. Like if it was like gun to my head, make a third suit, Mark 46. But these are the only two I liked enough to actually want to do them.
I'm kind of surprised. I would have thought you would have said like the Mark 32 or 33, the Silver Centurion, or the...
Oh, no. I hate
Blue
those.
Steel?
The Mark 5, Mark 32, or Mark 33, I hate red and silver on the Iron Man suits. I don't like them.
Wow!
I hate the Mark 5. Yeah, red and silver, not a fan.
What about, like, Blue Steel? It's the blue and silver.
Not bad. See, blue and silver look good together. Red and silver don't. Red and gold look good together. They're warm. Blue and silver are cool colors. So...
All right.
It itches my brain the wrong way.
I see. Okay, I guess if you like at least one of the two, it's like excusable, but like, damn.
Yeah.
That's wow. So, let me ask you then: if you like were to hypothetically design your own suit, what colors would you want to do it? Like, what two primary colors? Or three, or however many.
I am a big fan of the red and gold. I do. I think those look good together. But if I was to do a suit, I'd do white and gold. Because coming from watching Gundam and building Gundam models and stuff, that's why I like Star Boost so much, the Mark 39, because it's this clean regal white look with gold accents.
Ooh.
Yep.
That's cool. What color lightsaber do you think you would want to have?
Ooh. Like a teal blue, like the arc reactor kind of blue. I think that'd be a sick lightsaber color.
All right. I got told by my cousin that I'm basic because I say my color, the one I would want would be white. For like a gray Jedi kind of thing. I don't know. I'm a not big but also very little Star Wars fan.
Gotcha.
I'm a weird in between. But yeah. We're already like 40 minutes in. That's crazy to me. Okay. So you served, right?
Yep.
And you said in the Air Force?
Yeah, 10 years active duty Air Force, and then so far 2.5 in the reserves.
That's crazy. Has that... I know the answer to this question, but kind of like how has that affected your just life?
In what way? In terms of, well, because I was doing that well before I ever started cosplaying or doing any of this.
Exactly. But like, has that... I really don't know, I guess, actually, my question. But just... before you went in versus how you're coming out, do you feel like...
changed my life.
As a person,
absolutely.
you've changed a lot?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, 10 years is a lot just for anybody. But it was a career. It was a job. I needed money. I joined for the paycheck and security. Because didn't do great in high school. Could have done better. Didn't. College wasn't really an option. At least college I could pay for myself. So joined, and it was the best. It was really the best decision I ever made. Would I do it again right now? No. I'll tell people it's the best thing I would never do again. I'm glad I'm out. It got me stable. It taught me a lot of things. I went to college a little bit while I was in. So I basically have an associate's equivalent, and they paid for it. And then I got to live overseas and travel the world on the military's budget. I lived in Japan for 4 years. I lived in England for 4 years. And then I got stationed in North Carolina here. And yeah, I mean, it was amazing security. It let me have time to also explore some other hobbies, get into cosplay and stuff, and start messing with 3D printing. And yeah, it taught me a lot. Absolutely. I could talk anybody into it. I could also talk anybody out of it. It has pros and cons, just like any job. So I'm glad I did it.
And how old are you? Like,
How old do you think?
I don't know. That's the thing. Is there are parts of you that I could see like late 20s, but at the same time I could also see like mid 40s.
Ouch. Ooh, 33. 32, about to be 33.
Okay, so not crazy. So okay. So you went in when you were like 20 or 21-ish?
Yep, joined when I was 21.
That's cool. Do you feel like that's from people you've talked to or anything? Do you think that's affected your cosplay at all?
Having been in the military?
Yeah.
Not really. Just the job that I had, it definitely helped me with like just learning basic time management, multitasking, being in like just leadership positions and being in charge of people and that type of stuff. That's really all it's contributed to. Just being able to stay on task and multitask and time management and stuff like that. Kind of falls off at that point.
Yeah. Good luck. That's crazy. I am a teenager in high school, so I have all the attributes of a teenager plus cosplay. So I'm good job. But also, okay, when did you kind of like start YouTube? Because I know that's at least what I know you from.
2019, when I got the printer. I had a YouTube channel that I was posting some occasional car videos on, it'd be like fixing my car and stuff. When I got the printer for the Iron Man suit, I was like, yeah, people might want to see me try to build this thing. Why not? So I started uploading some videos, and it just ran away from there. I started YouTube making car content. I was a straight white male making car content on YouTube. How original. I was gonna make it big.
Yeah.
Half of YouTube is dudes who look like me making car stuff.
I love it.
I had the market cornered.
But and then I love what you do now. It's like I feel like you come off in your videos like teaching people what they should know, but you don't come off as pretentious. So it's a really, really nice in between.
I always tried to maintain that balance of I just want to share with you guys what I know. Yeah. If it's the best way, I've never claimed that anything's the best way to do it. It's like, this is what I did and it worked. There you go. You know, here's, if there's a better way to do it, cool. If there isn't, maybe I nailed it. I don't know. But I always try to encourage people to experiment too. Like, this worked for me, but if there's a better way to do it, go find it. Like do your best, you know? And I'll get, you know, like, oh, well, why didn't you do this to your printer? Oh, did you know if you calibrate and upgrade and do this and do that? It's like, I don't give a crap. I don't care. I don't want to upgrade my printer. The printers are tools. I want to take the tool out of the box and use the tool to make the thing I want to make. Yes, I know the printer could theoretically go faster. I know the printer could print a couple minutes quicker. I know. Printing isn't the hobby. I'm not chasing the fastest print. I'm not chasing the best quality print. I'm teaching you how to use this tool to get to an end goal of making an Iron Man cosplay swords, giant flexi rexies, whatever. I'm showing you how to easily use this tool to make your goal easier or obtainable. If you want to learn more about the technology of printing, go check out CNC Kitchen or whoever, you know, Teaching Tech. They go really into the weeds about it. I've always just tried to stay grounded in terms of, I'm not, and I'll tell that to anybody, like, oh, wow, your suit's amazing. I can never do that. It's like, shut up. Yes, you could. I am not better than you. I am 4 years ahead of you. Big difference. I have just been doing it longer. If you made a suit right now, it would look terrible because you don't know what you're doing. Give it 4 years of doing that, it's going to come out a little bit better. So that's the approach I always try to take to it. What are you going to do?
That's what I'm slowly seeing. Is like, I feel like I don't know why I said this is also what I'm seeing, because this is a different thing, but I feel like all of us are very like, our community, we're kind of like, oh, this is like, we have a great community here. And then we look at another community and we're like, oh, there are some things there that we do better on. And I feel like we don't see the stuff that like we're both good at.
I can see that.
And I'm also totally a victim of this. A couple interviews ago, I was talking about how the Iron Man community was a lot different from Spidey because everybody's trying to like one up each other a lot.
In the Iron Man or Spider-Man community?
Iron Man.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see how it looks like that from the outside if you're not engraved in it, which we've even got. I'll get sent people's videos and be like, oh, like, have you seen this? Or like, you know, it looks like they're doing crazy stuff. Why doesn't yours do this? Or are you going to make yours do this? It's like, the dude in that video is my friend. I've known about this and I'm not, or like, we helped to him R&D that, or, you know, he made that and we're proud of him, but that's not what we want to do or what I want to do. So I can see how it could look like that from the outside at times where, yeah, but that's what I was talking about, where how everybody's always advancing. Good. Like, there's so much more info now on how to do so much stuff because we're not trying to one-up each other. We're just trying to raise the bar. We're just trying to, how much easier and cooler can we make these things because the technology is getting better. So people's are going to keep getting better and better and better. And
yeah, it's not a competition, it's a collaboration.
Yeah.
That's cool. I love it. So we are in the last little bit. So I have a few things I'd like to ask.
Okay.
I feel a little weird asking you this given the like Iron Man cosplayer of it all, but we're gonna give it a shot. So because you make Spider-Man 2099 helmets, right? I'm not mistaken. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we're sitting over there. Yeah.
So what do you think will happen to like the character of Spider-Man 2099 when the year of 2099 rolls around?
Ooh, that's a long way out.
But it's also not. That's like 80 years from now. That's such bad math. That's like 70 years from now.
Interesting. It'll just be it'll be a comparative thing. I mean, there's tons of comics out there that are in timelines, or like were projected timelines from the 70s or 80s to now, you know, the year 2000 to 2010, 2020. It'll just be an interesting way to compare what it looks like versus You know, oh, this is what it'll be. One of those funny things where like, oh, this is what they thought the future was going to look like, and now we're here. You know, the Jetsons. The Jetsons, I'm pretty sure, was slotted for like the year 2000.
Are you serious?
Pretty sure the timeline for it was like not that far off.
Wow. Did you have you ever heard the fan theory that the Jetsons and the Flintstones are happening at the same time?
Oh god, yeah, on the ground. The Jetsons was set in 2062.
Whoa.
So 40 years. In just 40 years, we'll be at where the Jetsons are at.
It's like Back
Flying
to the Future.
cars, cities, robots, talking dogs, and whatever. Yeah.
It's like Back to the Future with their 2015 flying cars.
Yep. Exactly. That'll be like the 2099 kind of thing. If Spider-Man 2099 is even still around, relevant in the comics, and as popular as he can be, it'll definitely be interesting to see. It'll just be a little time capsule. So
Epic. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Do we have other questions? I think we only have the one left. All right. For the final question of this episode, what is your favorite restaurant?
my favorite restaurant?
Yeah.
You'd only know it, I think, if you were in the North Carolina area. It's called La Rancherita OR Mezcalito. It's a Mexican restaurant. It's a Mexican restaurant franchise. And some of the best tacos and margaritas I've ever had.
What's your usual order?
It's a 3-set taco, agave, chipotle chicken. They're amazing.
Nice.
Amazing. Yeah. It's Mezcalito, owned by Mezcalito Corp, but they also have like other restaurants called La Rancherita, but it's the same menu. Don't know why they did that. But yeah, if you're ever in the Raleigh, North Carolina area, go to Mezcalito. You're welcome.
Awesome.
Delicious.
All right, Frank, thank you so much for coming on. This is a really cool interview. Your dog is adorable.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, thank you so much for coming on. Thank you to everybody for watching. We're episode 15. Season 2 is going good. Oh yeah. This week's cosplay of the week is by Spidey Perennial Spidey. It is a Spidey Perennial. It's a symbiote spider-persona piece. I really like the way the lines travel down the suit, and there's still webbing on it, but it also is black. I think it just works so perfectly, and the lenses look incredible. With that being said, thank you everybody for so much for watching, and I hope you all have a nice day.
Okay.